allowing me the opportunity to talk this evening. So, Wayne Economic Development Council, who are we, what do we do? It's always it's a good question to start with. So, our organization is a private, not-for-profit organization that is both publicly and privately supported. A portion of our funds comes through public entities like the county, the city of Rittman. They support our organization, Warville, and Worcester. But 70% of the funding for our organization comes from businesses that want to make sure that Wayne County as a whole is performing economically. What do we do? What we do is we facilitate business growth and expansion, and we do that by first and foremost working with existing businesses. If you look at Wayne County, it's a rural community. Most of our growth comes from the businesses that are already located within our borders, so we work really hard to make sure that our existing businesses' needs are being met. And then secondly, we want to keep growing, and another way to grow is obviously to attract new businesses to the area. So we're out marketing Wayne County and its case for investment to the outside world. One example of an attraction project that we were able to secure several years ago was the Daisy brand project in Worcester. That was a company that had called and was looking at dairy in the Great Lakes region, had noticed that Wayne County had a vibrant dairy industry, was #1 in the state, gave us a call, and we were able to secure their investment here and made a very strong case for doing business and locating their facility here. How have we been involved in Rittman? What exactly do we do other than to facilitate? First and foremost, we have this business retention program. It's called our BizConnects program. We go out and we interview 75 companies a year, talk to them about their state of their business and how they're performing, and ask them for their feedback on issues that they're seeing. We take all that information, we put it into an aggregate, and it allows us to identify trends and then try to address the issues that we see. So that's one service line that we have. A second service line is project management. That's actually what I do on the day-to-day. So I'm in kind of in charge of procuring resources for businesses. Where do these resources reside? Our toolkit consists of resources that are obtained locally, and I will say that local resources are pretty scarce. On a regional level, we have a number of regional entities that can provide resources for businesses that are looking to locate here, and then on a state level. So we would be the entity that would go to the state of Ohio and say, we have a business that wants to locate in Rittman. How can you assist them? And typically that assistance is financial in nature, either through a tax credit or a grant or something to that effect. So those are kind of the services that we provide. We're also really trying to assist employers with the workforce issues that are occurring here in Wayne County. About 3 to 4 years ago, we heard a public outcry from our largest employers saying that we've got workforce issues. Workforce availability is extremely tight. We need skilled, quality workers in order to work the jobs that are here in Wayne County. So we've put together an initiative called the Workforce Innovations Network, and we're in the process of building a network and coordinating local service providers in order to address the needs of businesses. And the populations that we're focused on with that particular program are the youth. So we want to make sure that youth that are in our schools are going down a career pathway to take jobs in this community. We're focusing on the and underemployed, so people who have just not found an occupation that they want or are having barriers to achieving their employment. So we're trying to work with them. And then finally, we're trying to attract talent to Wayne County. So those are the things that our network is really working on, and really we're taking existing services that are within the county and coordinating those efforts. So. So how have we been involved in Rittman? What specifically have we worked at here? From a project management standpoint, I have worked with companies like Fast Forming, who located a large facility here, expanded on that facility, needed some equipment. We helped them with purchasing some of their equipment. And then I will say that a vast majority of our efforts and what I've been asked to talk about today is on rehabilitation of the CareStar site. So, most of you probably know the story. 2013, at the urging of Larry Boggs and Mayor Robertson, Urban Renewables 2, which is a subsidiary of Hall & Associates, went out and obtained the property. They went about the long process of starting to remediate it, tore down the buildings, and left a pretty substantial hole in the ground. And for the most part, I believe that most of the community thought that the project, I guess, paused for a second. And it did. I think when you look at Hall & Associates and their plan for redevelopment, one of their major funding streams changed the way that they were dispersing funds, and that served as a kink in their plan. But we were able to get over that, and we've had a little bit of luck on our side. Rarely we work with state leads. So the state will go out and try to obtain leads for businesses that are looking to locate in Ohio. And almost all these leads are either for an existing building, we're looking for an existing building, or for a green space that is free and clear of any issues. Rarely do you see a company looking for a brownfield site. We found one, and not only were they looking for a brownfield site, they were looking for a brownfield site that housed a former paper mill. So we submitted our property, and the CareStar property, for consideration to the state, and we embarked upon a 2 years of communications with this company. And it was a lot of back and forth. A lot of work was done. I will commend the city staff who assisted in our efforts to try to attract this company here. Mr. Boggs, Mr. Mann, I'm sure I'm leaving out people, but they came and they provided as much information, and they did it quickly and accurately whenever it was needed. So luck was on our side. We had this big lead. Unfortunately, the bad news is it seems as if that lead has gone by the wayside. That the company that was looking here so long has decided to either take their plant elsewhere or to conclude the search in its entirety. That company would have brought 100 jobs here and a $325 million investment. So it does seem like it's quite the blow, but it got us what we needed. Okay, and it got us what we needed because we were able to demonstrate to the state that we had a lot of interest in this site. And what it got was it got Hall & Associates Urban Renewals 2 a $2 million grant to finish the to refinish the redevelopment of the site. So if you've driven by lately, you're seeing a nice graded site that is free and clear. We're getting close to getting all the EPA stamps for a free and clear site. I'm going to tell you, folks, that is huge. And what's been done down there is nothing short of fantastic. And it is going to give us a very marketable site starting probably at the beginning of the year and moving forward. What makes this site so great is that it's got dual rail access. There's not many of those in Ohio. It's completely flat now. Not many of those in Ohio. The utilities to it, the electric, the water, the sewer, they're robust. So I have a lot of confidence that moving forward that we will be able to attract a tenant, if not several tenants to that site, and that there will be an investment made there in the near future. So I guess that's what I have for you this evening. I'm happy to take questions.
When you had something like Daisy come across, did it get to the point where you involved the state if it's such a big company?
Yeah,
and
and
resources as well.
sure. And the process is this: typically, when we're able